With just 16 days to the Osun governorship election, the secretary to the state government, Teslim Igbalaye, has been detained following a police raid on his Osogbo residence with the state government crying foul. Let's watch.
In the last 2-3 days, over 86 people, members of our court party, have been arrested for no reasons. These people are arrested and brought by road to Abuja, and they have been detained here unnecessarily. We have met with the leadership of the police, and they cannot provide any explanation to us. There is no petition against them. These people have committed no offense. Nigeria is going down the drain. We cannot allow this to continue just because we are having election in Osun State. Today, having visited our people in detention, we discovered that 36 has been taken to Kefi, 14 has been taken to Kuje for no reason, for no single offense committed. This must not continue. Just now, I have just been informed that the SSG of Osun State has been arrested for no reason, because he was sensitizing his people about election. There's a need for Nigerian police to understand that this is government institution, and you cannot reduce government institution to partisan level in politics in election. There's a need for us to have a free, credible election. We must not destroy the reputation of this country.
Well, the Osun State Government is insisting that the SSG was never arrested, saying he voluntarily visited the Osun State Police Command to facilitate the release of party members and canvassers who were detained, accusing the police of raiding the SSG's residence afterwards without a search warrant. But the police say the operation was based on credible intelligence about a criminal gang, and that the items recovered at his residence, including 4.8 million naira in cash, voters' registers covering 15 wards, 2 PVCs, and a wanted murder suspect speak for themselves. The government, however, dismissed the 4.8 million naira as logistics money for party canvassers and not vote-buying funds, saying the voters' registers were dummy ballot papers used for training party agents, and that the PVCs belonged to individual canvassers as proof of voter registration. Now, the government is calling on the Inspector General of Police to investigate the Osun State Commissioner of Police for alleged partisanship. Good morning, Dr. Abati. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufai. Dr. Abati, I'll come straight to you on this Osun election story.
This is about the third or fourth time
Correct.
That the Osun State Government has been calling on the Inspector General of Police to do something about his Commissioner of Police in Osun State. This Commissioner of Police has been accused of looking the other way when agents of other political parties are involved in open thuggery and disruption of law and order, either in Osogbo, the capital city, or in other parts. Now, 2 different occasions. On the third occasion, it was when the Inspector General of Police himself personally visited Osun State. And on that occasion, during the encounter with the governor of Osun State, he told the governor that, in fact, the report from his police commissioner is that the government house of Osun State had been turned into a den for criminals, and that the governor was harboring criminals in government house. Okay, upon which the governor told the Inspector General of Police that even if it's his own child that is involved, that child should be arrested. I don't know whether the governor went a step further and opened every room in government house for the Inspector General of Police to inspect. Now, later, during that visit of the Inspector General of Police, this same police commissioner organized some partisan persons to come and speak with the Inspector General of Police, and they merely repeated the same thing that the Commissioner of Police has said. I think that there are a lot of doubts about the performance of the police in Osun State ahead of the August 15 election. My own impression is that the police in that state, as led by the Commissioner of Police, is already compromised and is perhaps complicit in the kind of reports of thuggery and brigandage that we have been having from Osun State. Now, this is my point. The Inspector General of Police has been saying that the police must be professional in every election situation. We don't seem to be getting reports of enough professionalism from Osun State. It was Government House that they said was harboring criminals. Now they are saying that the criminals have moved from the governor's custody. They've moved to Pelumi Olajengbesi's house. In other words, they have identified only a court party, one party, as the one harboring criminals. Meanwhile, nobody is talking about other political parties. So this looks like, profiling, targeting, persecution, victimization. And I think that the police should be very neutral in this matter. And it is not too late for the Inspector General of Police to wade into this matter and create the impression of neutrality by making necessary changes. Otherwise, people are going to hang on to this, whatever the outcome is at the end of the day, and claim that there was no free playing field in the Osun gubernatorial elections of 2026 August.
All right.
15.
With due respect, I want to make that claim in advance that there's no clear and plain playing field in the Osun elections. And you see, my dear Egbon Tuji Dishu, the Inspector General of Police, is my Egbon that I respect so much. But when he went there, he didn't do anything. It was just allegations and counter allegations. And I love my Egbon IG so much. I've got nothing against it. But on this Osun election, I don't agree with his disposition when he went there. Because nothing was done. It was just you are harboring people here and everything. Since he left, there was not any reduction in all of this. In fact, what we have seen is vandalism. Then we had the case in Oduotin, where PVCs were carted away and all sorts of things. Then we've been having a lot of political back and forth. I want to make the following claims about this election. And I pray INEC will prove me wrong. Number one, I don't trust INEC in this election. And it's not only me that doesn't trust INEC. Yaga Africa released a report saying only 45% trust them. Maybe I'm not part of the 45% that trust them. Secondly, state minds is being used. And this brings to bear the conversation about state police, how people will use it. Because we can see how federal police is even being used. Thirdly, it will be a miracle for Adeleke if he survives all of this and he comes back as governor. The three things. Fourthly, I don't see any level of free or fair elections that will happen. The fifth point is that you Osun people, you know your choice, you know whoever you want to vote for. Please come out en masse. Defy anybody that wants to stop you from coming out. And I just hope the police authority will stop any threat of violence on that day, because if people want to suppress votes, they use all sorts of violence. The seventh point is, please, political parties man the coalition centers very well, because we have seen in other elections how they use the coalition center to change the course of an election. It is sad that this is how democracy is being practiced in 2026 in Nigeria.
All right. Very well said. Well, the SSG is still detained at this moment. I believe it's a bailable offense or whatever it is that they have detained him for.
They might keep him there after the elections.
But we have raised the alarm at this point, and the State's Commissioner of Police has been called into question at this point. Again, they're calling on the Inspector General of Police to do the needful at this point.